let us start the class. Okay. First of all, we talk about the fillet command. Okay. For the fillet command, we need here, I convert in the form of isometric view. Right? And then first of all, I make here is a box. Okay. Select the center point and specify the other corner. Okay. This is your corner. And then specify its height. What the height is this. And just convert this into form of the conceptual. So this is your conceptual mode. Right? And then I want to do, I just copy it one also. Okay. And then I want to do one thing is your this piece, this part will be fillet or chamfer, whatever you want to hide on what we do. For the fillet of this portion, I want to fillet this edge. In this case, we don't talk about the fillet. Is the corner post is here. We have the edge for a value. Okay, this is my edge, and then I want to fillet is this. this is. Then how can we do that? तो आप फिलेट है कैसे करोगे तो राइट हियर जो शॉर्टकट इज सीधी फिलेट या you write here the fillet is. Okay, what you write here is fillet is. The command is your fillet is. Just write here the fillet is, and then you got the fillet is option. And what to do? Just select the edge which edge you want to fillet. Just click on this edge. This will be your edge, right? And then after that, R for radius, and then right here is the radius is 10. And then what you get here we got this preview, right? And then if you hit the enter, and this will be portion will be your shown. Okay, if you don't want to apply anything, just click in the enter. Then what you got here you got this type of. Okay, this is your color fillet. So if you want to show in the realistic mode, then this will be curved shape. Okay, in the face portion. Okay, any of edge portion you can want to do here. Okay, but I use it as a conceptual because realistic mode is taking large amount of GPU. Okay, and then if you want to do as manual way, if you want to do here is a manual way, then how can we do that? I want to do is fillet is this part. Just select the fillet ease, right? And then select this ease first. Click on this ease, and then after that, enter, hit the enter. Then here we have the one option is right here. This is your option. You can click to increase the edge radius and decrease the edge radius by using the manual way. You can also do increase and decrease the edge radius by use of manual. And then we hit the enter, then you can create the edge, right? If I want to do fillet in all the four edges, then how can we do that? If you want to show the fillet in four edges, then for this part we use here fillet edge. Okay, just right here is a fillet edge, and then select this portion. First of all, this. Okay, tell this which fillet you want to do. Okay, which one you want to do the fillet test. I want to do all the parts is my fillet. Okay, and here we don't have any parts, and then I also want to do here this portion will you also want to do as a fillet test. Then I select all the edges, right? Okay, then I selected all the edges, right? And select this ease and this ease also. Okay, and then I want to select this portion also. Okay, I want to select each and every edges in my this portion. Okay, and this also. Then I select all each and all the portion. Right? Just click on it. Just check this out. We selected all the portion here. Okay, this portion will be image. Okay, which portion will be select this portion also. Okay. And this portion will be image. Okay, just I hide this portion and then see this. Okay, just check this out. I do all. Okay, I think I do all the parts, right? Selected all the parts. Then hit the, then I enter for the radius, and right here the radius is to 10. And then hit the enter. Then what you get here? Here you got this type of thing, okay? This is your age limit, okay? If you hit the enter again, and then what you got? You got this type of box where you have the all the edges is your in form of fillet, right? And then if you want to show the fillet point, then you can use it, okay? Where you want to apply the fillet, just you can select your edges and then this fillet will be applied, right? Okay. The edge is more generally used for the thing to create here. Suppose I want to create here. Suppose here I select the top faces and then I want to do one thing. I use the L enter, and the right here is your distance is your 200. Okay, and this distance is your again your 200. Okay, and this is distance I take here is a 20. Okay, and then this distance I take here is your 200, 180, right? And this distance again I take is a 180, and C enter and for close. Okay. And then after this, I want to convert this in form of isometric and then use the pasteful command. Okay. Here we select the pasteful command. Okay. And then use this and then take a height is by 100. Okay. And if you want to just want to rotate it and show it like in this format, then you can also use the move gizmo to rotate gizmo and then select the any portion, right? Okay. And then this will be rotated and then I want to rotate in form of this for this direction. Okay. And straight 90 degrees. This is will be selected, right? And select here the move gizmo again. This will be shown as the part of this part, okay? And then I also don't want to show this thing, okay? This is your 2D part. 2D part is just you say. And then what we do here, I want to do one thing, okay? What we want to do, I want to fillet this portion, okay? Fillet what we want to fillet this pad, okay? With this pad I want to fillet here. Then how can we do this? Just select a fillet edge first, okay? You can also fillet this portion, fillet edge first, and this edge will be selected, okay? Where you select it, this edge, okay? And then write the radius, whatever you want to radius is. Suppose I write here the radius is my 5, 10, whatever you want to write. Suppose I select as a 5. If my radius is selected as a 10, whatever you want to apply here, just click it. And then what you get here you got this data, okay? And if you click here, then we can get this type of edge also, okay? And this direction, this edge will be created right here, okay? This is your simple edge, okay? You can create anywhere your edge in your fillet position and chamfer, whatever you want here. Okay? Just you do yourself, okay? Up come to the next part is this is just a fillet, simple fillet, okay? Then come to the next part is here. Okay? It's my chamfer edge. Without chamfer, fillet, and then I can also talk about the chamfer. Chamfer edge, how can we do the chamfer edge? So the chamfer edge, I write here the chamfer is. What we write here? Chamfer is for the chamfer is only for the 2D, but chamfer is for the 3D part, right? Then what we do? Just select this portion. What's the portion you want to do? And first of all, I want to show, select this one and copy. And okay, that's it. And after this, I want to do one thing. Chamfer is first. Chamfer is, then select this and then select this portion, right? And then what we do? Here we select here, and then we have the distance. Right here, the distance is your tag per 10. Okay. And then hit the enter. And then what you get here, we get this type of chamfer. Okay. Simply this is called my chamfer. Okay. And you can create this type of chamfer. Again, we select the chamfer and select this portion. Then we hit the enter. We have two distance, right? First of all, this direction. Okay. If you want to this select, you can manually click here and then increase this size, right? And then if you want to click here, you can increase or decrease whatever you want to do here. And then this temper will be created to yours. Okay. And then will be then this type of temper will be created. Okay. If I want to make all the path as a chamfer, then how can we do this? For the enter the chamfer edges, select your edges first. One, two, okay, three, three. This one. This is now selected right here. One second. Right here the trend by trend. Okay. And I select, okay, we got this error. Okay, don't worry about if you got this thing, then you can click again. Okay, this fine. Okay. In Chamfer, we have to select at a time is two only. Okay, but why this will be happen? मुझे इससे ज्यादा भी तो कर सकते हैं. Okay, no worry about. आप चाहो तो एक साथ में दो भी चैम्फर सेलेक्ट कर सकते हो भाई. तो आप इस तरह से भी बना सकते हो. This is your choice. Select this portion ये तो पहले से हो चुका. I select this portion again and then hit run. Then this will be portion will be created, right? And I want to do is same is like in the this direction if you want to need it. If don't want to need it, then don't do it. Okay. This is your simple chamfer. How can we apply the chamfer? This way you can apply your chamfer right here. Okay. And if you want to apply same of the chamfer inside this part, you can also do this. And then I use the paste pull command. Okay. Just pull it, and then this distance is my 100. Okay. Then select the move to the rotate gizmo. Select any portion, and then select here. Yeah. This piece. You can select 90 degrees, right? And after that, I just see it here and then move it to this. Just come to the path and then select your chamfer ease. And then what you do? Just click this A, right? You can also do the chamfer in this portion also, okay? This is way you can create yourself, right? Where you want to show the chamfer, fillet, whatever you want to show here, then you can use it, okay? This is simple way you can create this part, okay? Then come to the next part is here is my array. What the array is do? Array is going to take the multiple copies into the 3D form. Okay. In the 3D array, we have two types of array we use. First of all is rectangular array and third one is your polar array. These two array is used in the 2D array. Okay, 3D array. Okay. In the 2D array, we have these two types of array, but in 3D array, we have the only two two types of array. Okay, how can we do that to the array? First of all, I take here your box, and this is the box, right? And then I want to cube. Okay, and cube distance I take is 100 by 100. Right? And this is just a simple cube, right? I just use it here. And then here, what we do for the 3D array, what we do? First of all, right here is a 3D array. What we do? Right here is a 3D array, and then click the enter the 3D array. After this, select the object, whatever object you want, and then hit the enter. Then here we have the two options. This rectangular array or polar array, whatever you want. Now you want here is a rectangular array. Just click on rectangular array and then write here number of rows. How many rows will be assigned? Suppose I want to assign here is a 5 rows and also can write here is a column. So I write here is a 5 columns and then also for the labels. You know, I always remember that the labels are also explained in the array part. Okay. And write here is a 5 labels, right? And then distance between these arrays, how much distance will be taken here for these arrays? I want to take this distance between is my 120, right? And then for the column 120 and then for the rows 120, right? And then what we got here when we can hit the enter, then we got this type of array, right? This is your simple array you can create here, okay? This is called your array. And then where you want to create this part, then this will be made here, okay? And this will be shown this type of array, right? That's clear? Okay. And you can create here any types of thing. Okay. This portion you can create here by use of this thing. Okay. This is your array. If you don't want to do the same type of thing, just click on the 2D and this will be shown because this will be tilted right here and the box will be shown this type of thing over in the form of this. But I want to stretch, then I use a rectangle and then here I use here and then dimension I take here 100 by 100 and okay. This is your dimension and then I want click where you want to show here and then come to the part is your symmetric. Okay. And then select in straight point. Okay. So first of all, I symmetric it and then what you do, extrude or pasteful, whatever you want to do here. Both are the same for this part. Okay. And the side check here is your 100, right? And then just click on the front view because this is front angle because this is tilted, that's why this will be shown in the tilted form. If you have the straight, then you got the straight value. Okay, then what you do, just right here is a 3D array first. Okay, select it, select the object, then hit the enter. Rectangular array we select here. How many rows we want? 5, and then columns is 5, and then labels is 5. Distance between them is 120 and 120 and then 120 between them. Okay, here we got this area, right? And this area will be made. Okay, this is your 3D array. If you want to this element, this is your If you show here this type of thing, this is to show your rows and column, and this is your labels. Okay, and then if you multiply these three values, then your total values will become 125 boxes will be created here. Okay, any object, any type of object you can create and then make this in the form of 3D type arrows. That's why you can create it, and this will be not associated and not second. You can also remove this one single part by yourself. Okay? We don't need it. You need it here. Okay? This is simple 3D to rectangle area where you want to show the multiple things. For suppose you one by one you can want to show here, then you can create this type of thing also okay, for this part. Okay? Simple thing you can create. Okay, this is a simple. Then come to the next part is here to the polar air. Polar air is mostly used for this part because polar air is mainly most of parts are usable. Okay, that's why we can polar air will be usable. Then how can we use the polar air? Let's come to this part right here. How can we use the polar array things inside this? When we want to create a polar array, suppose here I create here is your just select the top face first, and then after that I want to do one thing is your circle. You create here the circle, right? And circle distance I take here, whatever you want to take here, I take here 100. And after that I take the rectangle right here. Right? And then I want to create the rectangle dimension I take here. Let's see. Again, enter, 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 enter. Okay, this is the rectangle right? And just click. Select this and I'm enter. Select this center portion and then select this coordinate and I move on. Okay, just there. Okay. Then come to the 3D portion and then I want to do one thing. I create the extrude, select the extrude command and then enter, hit enter and then make it in form of 100. Right? And I do multiple things. Copy command I use here and just copy it. And what we do? How can we use this? For this purpose, how can we do the 3D array in polar way? Polar 3D array, right here the 3D array first. Okay. Hit the enter 3D array. Select the object first. This is your object. So you hit the enter. Then select your polar. P enter for polar array. And then what you do? Number of items. How many items you want to show? I want to shift. And then how many angle you can choose? 360 degree, right? And then you want to rotate your object, yes or no. By default, yes will be created. I just click on the array and then what we do? Just select the center point first. After that, axis of rotation. Like, where we have the axis of rotation is a straight line, right? Is this a straight line, right? And then click here. Then what we got here? Here we got this type of thing, okay? So this call your 3D edge. Just this block are just rotate here and then make this type of thing. This is called my 3D edge, right? And then I want to create this thing by use of this thing. Okay, then up this way you can create right here. Okay, next one I want to do here, and then what you want to do here? If you select here 3D array, and just right here the 3D array, enter it here, and then select the object right here, and then select your polar, and the number of items take here the 6, and 360 is the total angle, and then I want to do one thing also. What you want to do here, we don't use a near. Yes, I select a no. Then what will happen? So select the center point and then after this select the 90 degree. Then what will you got here? Then we got this. We got this type of thing and then my axis of rotation is same but what will be happen? My this block is not rotated and this block is perfectly rotated and make a perfect thing. Okay. And this will be we will converted. This will be back a circle but this and point will be selected and then make here the circle but this will be not paper where you can get it. This is called my day is to edit. If you want to select this, so this, and then I just make a copy right here. And then I want to make here in form of 180 degree, whatever you want to show. This to do what you do, 3D edit. I enter, select this object, select, and then polar I select it. Okay. And then number of items I select here is your 4. Okay. 360 instead of 360, I take here the 180. And then here, I want to rotate here, and then I here to place the center point, and then axis of rotation is this. Then what we got here? Here we got this half of the circle is filled by use of the 3D area, and this will be used. Okay, just make anything like this by use of this thing. Okay. So here, this is just a simple 3D array you can make here and then make this type of thing also. Okay. Come to the example. I take a one example for this part. So, so first of all, I come to the top faces and make one thing. What thing we will use? First of all, select it. I just C enter and then I make a 200 radius of the circle. And after this, I want to create here as a hall. Then I make 30 is your circle, right? And then I want to do one thing also. What we want to do here, again, C enter, and then here you want to show, make one thing is by 20, right? And inside that 20, I want to do one thing also, C enter, and then I want to make a hole also. Okay, it's my suppose it's track, right? And this is my perfectly way you can take it, and then what you do? Simple. Come to this part and then select this your isometric. This is your isometric, right? And then I want to make here is by use of paste tool. Whatever you want to do is first of all I use the X tool for this part and then hit the enter and then I make it in this portion. Okay. And its distance I take here is my 80. Yeah. And then I want to make a hole right here. So just click here and then just pull it. Okay. Then this hole will be created after this. I select this portion and then above this portion I select above and then take the length is your suppose 150. Okay. Right? And then I want to make same thing. Okay. Here. So how can we do this for this purpose? Then for this I want to make the sixth part of this portion. Then how can we do this? Do it. Okay. Okay. Here we have to got the state. So this format, what we do? I just use here and load. Okay, this and this will be here. I don't want to explode it, but this will be happen. Okay. If I move it on, this will be move. Okay. Okay. I explode it because this will be joined because in the pasteful the object will be joined right here. Okay. And then okay. No worry about it. I want to show this in the 3D array. Then how can we do this 3D array? Just right here the 3D array. After this, select the object, whatever you want to object here. Okay. All the object will be selected. Okay. Just take this out. My object will be selected all or not. Okay. After this, and then select which type of array is polar array. And then how many items I want to choose. 16 and then say 60 I want here. Then yes, yeah, no, whatever you do because this is a circle, it doesn't necessary to yes or no. If you want, then you can go to yes, and then this is your center point, and after this, click on this person, and then what to go here? Here you got this type of thing, okay? And this is the coupling of this part, okay? One of the part of the coupling thing, okay? You can make this free, and then you can create this type of thing, okay? This is simple example for creating the 3D area. How to create make the object by use of the 3D area right here. Right? And this is clear to you how to make this thing and then how can we make this type of thing and this thing this way you can use by yourself by using the 3D array and then whatever you want to do here. Okay, and this is the portion you can write to learn here. Okay, and this is just a simple to do whatever you want to do and then if you want to show here in form of the realistic mode then this will be shown here. Again, this is will look like a grid. Right? This this is called. I think this is clear to you. Okay, how can we do this and how can we make this type of thing?